Whatcom water controversies are continuing. What's happening next? Hi there, I'm Fred Likkel with this edition of the Fred Talk. I'm glad that you joined me here today. It's been a little while since I updated you, but over the last month there has been plenty of things happening in both the flooding side of things as well as in the water rights adjudication. As I mentioned the last time, it's so important that we talk about these together because they are so linked, because we have far more water than we need in the winter and not enough in the summer. And what are we going to do about that? First of all, on the flooding side, it should be noted that after our devastating December 11 flooding, there has been plenty of conversation about what are we going to do about this. Just so you know that there's some encouragement there and that the politicians have really been pushing hard for let's come up with some solutions. So recently, Whatcom County came up with a rather long list. I will tell you that list is now up to $450 million of projects they think would help work with the flooding. And that is even sometimes getting to the basics. This is going to be an expensive and complicated process, folks. But stay tuned because I do think we have some positives there. But then we deal with the water rights adjudication, which has been a little bit more continually frustrating as we have moved along. As we mentioned last time, there were a couple of agriculture community groups that put together some motions that they presented to the judge because the judge had just allowed motions to be filed. And actually, if you want to be technical, they were motions to ask to do motions. It was a very long, complicated process. Those motions were to exclude all or parts of Whatcom County from the adjudication, dismiss it outright, and then also motions to make for one standard claim form date. Currently, there has been rolling dates. A bunch of people had to be on May 1. Others were at a date to be predetermined. We were asking to have that be settled and move it further out, hopefully giving some folks some time. Unfortunately, the judge declined to even look at the motions. He dismissed them outright, all the way across. Now, the encouraging part was it was more on a technicality than it was on the actual merits of them. He had determined that first, everybody needs to file their claims before they can put the motions forward. So as of right now, it looks like that's put off for a while, at least a year, maybe longer. We'll see. Because the next part of that was a week or two after these motions had been denied, Whatcom County came forward and said, hey, there's a lot of people that haven't filed yet. We really are going to, they asked the judge, can we move the claim filing date back into maybe the next year, hopefully June 1 of 2027, and make one filing claim deadline for everyone? The judge so far has just agreed to hear the motion, but he has not yet decided on whether that motion will actually go forward. So, as of right now, in the middle of March, we will find out if, in fact, May 1 is that final date or not. In the meantime, continues to be a lot of chaos and confusion around this thing. The court's software system is not working well at all. Attorneys are telling us they're not being identified or getting updates on stuff. The list is long and ponderous. The judge even admitted that the software system will probably crash at some point. Clearly, we have a lot of chaos here, and it's not getting any better. Let's hope that we can actually move this adjudication back at least a year so that hopefully some of these things can get ironed out. But in the meantime, folks, we still need people to get signed up, and the list is pretty long of folks who haven't done anything yet. So, with that in mind, please consider going on February 24 to an event that we're having at the the Northwest Washington Fairgrounds in Linden, which is going to give a bunch of information on this. I'm sorry that this is such a confusing process. It's confusing for all of us. But we ask that you have patience and stay in there. We're hoping to give you all the updated information we can as this goes along. Thank you for watching. This is Fred Likkel, the Executive Director of Whatcom Family Farmers, with this edition of the Fred Talk.